What's going on everyone, I'm Oliva Rodrigo and in today's video we are going to be reacting to the Record Store 2024 full entire list. I'm going to give you my opinions on the records that are available and which ones I actually think I'm going to pick up, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on what I think of the list as a whole. So without further ado, let's get into it. The website I'm looking on for this list is the Rough Trade website. They're a really good vinyl record store to buy off. I really highly recommend them, but they've got an entire list. They can go through products on them, so I thought it was a really good one to kind of check everything out on. So let's get into it. And instantly off the bat, I am noticing there is a Weeknd record store day with the Live at SoFi Stadium record. And not gonna lie, this might be going in my basket straight away. I've only looked on the first row of the list and I'm already finding something I want. So that's a good sign. So let me just press notify me. And I need to log in, of course. So I actually vaguely remember when this was being talked about a little bit, not in terms of it being a record or anything, but I just remember in, I think it was November 2022 they did it, where basically the Weeknd had like 2 sold out nights at SoFi Stadium and he was recording basically this album, so a live album. So it's gonna be cool to see that, and apparently it has 3 LPs, which is interesting. Am I just misunderstanding something there? Because to me that means there'd be 3 like actual LP discs. Whereas usually with an album like that, I'd imagine there would be like 2, so then you get 4 sides in total, but that would suggest that we're getting 6 sides. But that is a gatefold sleeve, so it should be opening up. And at least on this, I'm not sure if this goes for like the entire, or if there's like more but it's just spread across other websites, but apparently this one, at least on Rough Trade, is only limited to 7,500 copies, which sounds like a fair bit, and I think there are some on here that have way less than that, but for an artist like The Weeknd, I can expect to see that go quite quickly. So I better be quick when I see my notification come through about that. So I'll keep going through the list, but I think it's important for me to mention that the style of music I'm into is hip hop and a little bit of R&B, but particularly rap. That's kind of like where I like to sort of stick to my lane when it comes to music genres. However, that doesn't mean I don't dislike anything else. But that's particularly what my vinyl collection is focused on. So I may go through a ton here that actually look like really cool records and whatnot, other stuff I'm familiar with, or at least heard of, you know, like everyone's heard of Oliva Rodrigo. So, which out of curiosity is actually going to be a 7-inch special coloured vinyl, which I'm guessing is a little bit of purple. So there's that for any of those fans out there, but not really my style of thing. So let's keep it going and have a look at what else we have. I will stop and see. Aha, this is the one I've heard about. Or is it? Is this the one I actually heard about? Because I knew there was some Lil Uzi that was going to be getting something. But I thought it was Love Is Rage 2 that I heard about. I didn't realise this is Love Is Rage 1 that they're actually doing. And this is limited to only 500 copies. Woo! I think the Love Is Rage series is my favourite of Lil Uzi's. The rest of his music isn't really something that I've ever really personally connected with that much, but something about the Love Is Rage stuff really does. I mean, particularly number 2 over number 1 for me, but still, that would be definitely a great pickup for me to have. So, what is it? It's a white and pink splattered disc, so actually we can get an image. Ooh, that looks quite nice. That's actually kind of reminded me of my Weeknd After Hours record. Actually, I said I was going to show one of them. It's this one, but of course it's the one record that I've got packed up inside an actual sleeve. Yeah, I do actually really love The Weeknd, by the way. Like, this is a limited edition version of After Hours. Honestly, the After Hours sort of series he's doing with Dawn FM, but yeah, if you were to look at those sort of side by side, it's kind of giving me very much a very similar vibe. Obviously this is like supposed to be blood splatter, but if you actually really look at it now I'm seeing it, it's actually quite pink. So I would actually say this is very similar, in my opinion, to what this one is. Obviously every vinyl is pressed a different way and will come out looking a different color, which is one of the best things about vinyls. Every one you get is unique. So that's another reason why I would probably go for that SoFi Stadium album for The Weeknd as well. It adds another unique element to the Weeknd collection. It's actually a really nice feeling sleeve that holds the record in as well on that. But Lil Uzi Vert, Love Is Rage 1 is definitely going to be in my basket. I've already just set a reminder for it. So let us keep going with the list. Okay, I will point out if there's like any covers that look cool to me at the very least, or anything unique that stands out. I mean, that's a cool cover for Pinata, oh shit, that's Freddie Gibbs. Oh fuck, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, like I know they work together and whatnot, but Freddie Gibbs is the artist who like I've only recently kind of got into over the past like year or two, and I just haven't delved into his discography yet. So 10-year anniversary edition. Oh dear. This is gonna be one that I'm gonna have to go listen to, then consider if I want to pick up, but I'm glad I noticed that, because Madlib, obviously a legend of the hip hop game, so it'd be cool to add some of him in there and obviously improve my Freddie Gibbs collection, because I only have sold separately for him. What does that come with? It comes with a green ink. What? Green and clear with black and white splatter. What? Okay, so there's another interesting one. Always gonna have a little bit of a soft spot for some Black Sabbath, because in case you don't know, before I go into hip hop and rap, very much a metalhead. As you can probably tell, still got some of the metalhead hair left over, but what is it? It's a kind of red, black splattered record, so that's pretty cool. I believe that's the one with Warpickers on, or is it Iron Man on that one? Not sure. Okay, so we got through page 1, and that was a pretty decent look for me anyway. 3 that really stood out to me, I think, there. That is actually quite a cool record, actually. I would get that for Els. Els is Ellie, my girlfriend, by the way. But no, it's a lemon record. So it's a 12-inch one, so I think that's similar to the Eminem picture disc I got, but it's literally a lemon. You can't be sour about that. It's a lemon record. Who actually is it? Fool's Garden. Not a clue, but I would buy it if I could. Ooh. So you've got some Notorious B.I.G, which is always good, but it's only the instrumentals for Ready to Die, and I'm just not someone who likes instrumentals. Like, I'm sorry, it's not for me. I know I've got like the Eminem 20th anniversary stuff that has all the instrumentals on them, but the instrumentals are not the reason I got those records. And the amount of times actually that I've nearly brought the Dr. Dre instrumental record is uncountable, because every time I picked it up I was like, oh, I want that, and then something in a massive sticker it says instrumentals only, and that always annoyed me. So if this were an actual just like Ready to Die limited edition thing, because I love the design of just like the pure black on it, if it were like the whole album, I would be considering getting this one, but unfortunately I'm not that bothered by it. Limited 750 copies, I can see it going, but yeah, not one for me, I don't think. Ooh, Fatboy Slim. The Zoetropes are all the range right now when it comes to vinyl, I've noticed. Like, there's more and more of it popping up. I don't know if it's been like a thing that's been going on for ages, but like, you know, like when someone mentions something to you and then like you've never noticed it before, but then the second that they mention it, you start seeing it everywhere. One of Ellie's friends, like her boyfriend, he's into like collecting records and whatnot, and he was showing me like he had a Zoetrope and I'd never really come across it before. And then ever since then, I've just seen them everywhere. So this one looks funny, but not for me. Fetty Wap. Got some Fetty Wap in there. Let's go. Violet, 500 copies. I don't listen to much Fetty Wap, so gonna be a skip for me. Okay, next page. Wiz Khalifa Loud Pack. 70 quid. Ooh, that's a little bit much for me. So what actually is it? Wiz Khalifa is another one on my list too. Like, obviously, like, I've heard like a lot of his hit songs, like obviously Black and Yellow, everyone's gonna know, but I haven't listened deeply to his music. But what it looks like is it's kind of like a box set with a load of his singles in it, so that's pretty cool. If you're a fan of Wiz Khalifa, I think that would definitely be worth a pickup. But so there are 5 of them in there, so you'll get 10 songs out of that. Cool. Not me. Motorhead, again, soft spot for them, used to be a metalhead. Another Zoetrope there, George Harrison, but yeah, there's not too many standing out to me now. And we're kind of getting into the thick of it. For a second I thought I was watching Throne, and I would have grabbed that in an instant, but no. Not what I thought. Okay, there are 11 pages of this, and I'm already on page 5. Haven't really spotted anything on page 3 or 4. I think I remember seeing Motley Crue at Download when they were like doing their retirement tour, but I swear they've come back since then, and they made a whole giant deal out of the fact they'd signed contracts, they couldn't come back together. I think they got back together in the end, which sums up every rock band ever. Heart as Liverpool. Not gonna lie, don't know who you are. I was just curious in the shape of the record. I do want to get like a heart-shaped one at some point, but I don't think it's gonna be you. I was considering getting, is it Becky Hill? I feel like she released one near Valentine's Day, and I did think about getting it, just literally purely based on the shape of it. I am sure that I'm going past like loads that some of you might be watching being like, oh my god, how can you skip past that? Like, oh, you missed out a really good one and whatnot. But it's just like, I know what I like and I kind of want to stick to it. Like, I'm not here to like go and get anything new or out there, because also one of the things with it is it's like there are genuine fans of this or of these artists who just want to get it for themselves, which is understandable. That's the whole point of buying shit. I'm not going to buy something for the sake of getting it when there's someone who's an actual fan who might miss out just because I brought it. So I'm not just going to buy something for the sake of it when it comes to record store day. I'm scrolling faster and faster. Nope, another miss. Okay, and now I'm coming up to the final page, I think. Anything gonna stand out here? No, okay, that is the whole list that I've gone through, at least on Rough Trade. Let's just double check. I'm just gonna put the hip hop filter in and just see what we get. Apparently there's no hip hop. You lie! Okay, so there's a fair bit of hip hop that looks like I've kind of skipped over. You've got a Lil Peep one actually. For all the Lil Peep fans out there, I know, shout out to Versatile Variety. I know you're listening to some Lil Peep at the moment, but what is it? It's pink and black splatter, so there's that. So that's the list. In terms of the amount that stood out to me, Love Is Rage is definitely the one that I probably, like, it's my top number one that I'm gonna defo get when it comes to this. I will have to be quick on that though, because there are only 500 of them, at least on Rough Trade. I'll have to kind of scour and just see different sites and whatnot. But Love Is Rage is going to be the Record Store Day vinyl that I go out my way to get. We've also got the Weeknd with SoFi Stadium Live album. That's definitely going to be another pickup that I will probably get from this entire release. The Madlib and Freddie Gibbs album, Pinata, 10th year anniversary edition, is one I'm tempted by, but I'm not entirely sure on it yet. There is Young Thug as well, but again, not really one I really listen to a lot of, although that is really nice marble kind of blue effect on that record, but don't think I'm going to go out my way to get it. And really that's it for me when it comes to the Record Store Day 2024 list. In terms of the whole list, I think it's pretty decent. I'm not that upset by it. There's at least something for me to want to go after and grab, which I am very much happy about. However, I kind of wish there was a bit more. I don't know, like, I'll be completely real with you right now. So I have been collecting records for like about 3-4 years. When it comes to Record Store Day, it's always been a day that's crept up on me, and then I've never really like taken the time to like look at the full list, see what it is. It's kind of just been like, I accidentally go stumble on the site at the right time and then see, oh, that's a Record Store Day exclusive, I'll grab that. Last year for Record Store Day, I got the DS2 by Future album, and that was about it, I believe. This year it's looking like I'm at least going to be picking up at least 3 records, so pretty decent for me. But as someone who's into hip hop and rap and everything, I think there's some good pickups that you can get here. I kind of wish there were a few more that stood out a little more to me, but there are a couple of guys in this like hip hop section that I haven't really listened to, and that's just on me. I need to go and listen to them, and maybe that would make me be like, oh, I actually do want to pick up this record. But for now, I've got the ones that I want. I kind of wish the Ready to Die Biggie record was the full album, not just instrumentals. Not a fan of instrumentals, I've already gone over. But yeah, I think that's as much as I can really say about the list. What I may end up doing is kind of making a little bit of a part 2 to this video, where I'll basically get what I can get and then do a little bit of a Record Store Day unboxing video maybe. So coming out of this video and reacting to the list, I think we are going for the Lil Uzi album, we're going for the Weeknd SoFi album, and I might potentially look at doing the Freddie Gibbs Madlib album. Those are at least the ones that are standing out to me, but let me know what you think. I do think overall the list has like a really good range of stuff for different genres, and there's something for everyone in here. I think that's something that I really like about the Record Store Day releases. Even if it's just one thing, you're gonna find something you like. Do go down in the comments and let me know which records you have got your eyes on personally and what you actually want to get off this list. What do you think of the list overall? Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? I would probably have to go back and look at last year's list to actually fairly compare and see which one I prefer. But overall, 2024 looks like a pretty solid list. I'll put it that way. We're rating it 7 out of 10. That's all, everyone. Before you go though, I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If you are new, please subscribe and leave a like on the video, because it always helps me out trying to grow the channel and whatnot. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next one. Take care.